Watch this entire video to the end and follow all of the guidelines necessary for your magical work. Click on the links in the description below for more information. Follow these guidelines in all your magical work. 1. Identify the goal as specifically as you possibly can. Write it down, and try to use no more than one sentence. Long-winded elaborations are not necessary, they usually indicate that you have not given quite enough thought to the task at hand. 2. Consult whatever means of divination appeals to you. Assume that your work has been successful and examine the results. Meditate and cogitate. Will there be negative repercussions from your work? Ask your spirit guides. Ask the archetype most closely associated with the work you intend to do. This may seem a lengthy process, in fact, it is not, particularly when compared to the time required to fix any problems that may arise through your efforts. 3. Compose the words you will use. These may be your own or someone else's. What matters is that they have meaning to you. Configure the circle and altar based on your liking and what you feel suits the work at hand. Gather the tools necessary, including incense, candles and the like. Consecrating any tools that might be particular to the rite helps concentrate your energies and appeals to your rational side. Identify where and when the rite is to take place, consulting tables of correspondence that you find reliable. Carefully rehearse the rite, placing emphasis on identifying any points you may have missed. Commit as much of the rite as you can to memory. This aids concentration in the circle, not to mention that candlelight is not the best for reading some meaningful incantation written in Chaldean. Keep things as simple as possible. 4. Before the rite, purify yourself with a bath. Salt will aid purification. You may also include any herbs that appeal to you or may be associated with the work to be done. Remember, the more correspondences, the better. 5. Be absolutely sure that everything you will need for your work is at hand. Breaking the circle to retrieve tools is not conducive to maintaining concentration. 6. Cast your circle. Call to the quarters, in addition to the usual guardians, any archetype or deity whose help you may need. Consecrate yourself and the circle, and dedicate it and yourself to the rite to be performed. 7. Raise the cone of power. Picture it spiraling upward from the earth through you and out into space. See the spiral as interweaving bands of colors that seem appropriate for the task or that particularly please you. My favorites are gold and silver, representing solar and lunar energy. I usually add a third strand to my spiral in a color suited to the work at hand. 8. Conduct the rite. This may include dancing, chanting, reading or reciting, invocations, evocations, and any ritual work that has meaning to you toward accomplishment of your goal. 9. Once all work has been completed, sit quietly and focus totally on your goal, visualizing it as already having come to be. When you have the clear image in your mind, say, "So mote it be," and propel your energy into the cone with all the force you can muster, knowing that any entities you have asked to assist you are doing the same. You should feel quite drained after this portion of the rite and may need a few minutes to recover. Don't hurry. You have all the time you need. 10. Before closing the circle, it is important to ground any energy left over from the ritual. This can be done by drawing the cone back through yourself and releasing to the earth. You may also wish the energy out into the cosmos to increase the reservoir of energy available to those who may need its healing power, or you may simply direct it to some general task, such as healing the planet and restoring her natural balance. If you choose to project the energy in this manner, it is still wise to ground what may be left over by eating or drinking something as soon as you close the circle, since ritual often tends to leave one a bit out of touch with the mundane world. A cakes and wine ceremony just before closing will also act as a ground and as a particularly pleasing sacrament to the goddess and the god. 11. Close the circle in the usual way, being sure to thank any entities whose help you have requested. 12. Clear your mind of the work as you would any task that has already been completed. While you will want to review your work to measure and record its success as would any reputable scientist, there will be plenty of time for that later. Immediately after ritual work that involves magic, it is important that you rest both physically and mentally. The drain that such efforts can put on your system are enormous and are not to be taken lightly. It is not uncommon to feel slightly displaced with respect to the mundane world. Relax and recover, or risk forgetting your own phone number. 13. After you have rested, review your work. Keep a written log that includes every detail including weather, time of day, season, lunar phase, and all special circumstances, both positive and negatives. Record your feelings and any impressions you may have had during the work, particularly if you felt you were being helped or hindered by some external force. Your log entries should be quite long initially. It will take time and careful analysis to determine what influences and circumstances are important to your success and which are not. As you progress, your notations will shrink to those of an experienced and practical scientist and will contain only information you know to be pertinent. Get more information on witchcraft, spells, and magic by clicking on the resource links below in the description. Make sure that you like and share this video and also subscribe to the channel. Visit us at witchcraftmagick.com and sign up for weekly newsletter freebies. Thanks for watching.